Analyzing YouTube analytics can be overwhelming, especially for new creators. In this video, we're going to simplify that process. I'll be sharing my go-to YouTube analytics, those key metrics I pay attention to as a small creator. And not just that, I'll also be sharing some strategies that I use to stay sane in the world of numbers and data. Like I never introduced myself, so let me do that real quick. Hi friends and content cousins, Taryn and Allyssa here. I'm an education professional and content creator who makes content about life in my early 30s plus content creation. It's a little meta, I'm kind of obsessed. Now let's get to the video. We'll start by opening up the Creator Studio. I actually prefer to view it on mobile on my phone, but for the sake of this video, I'll just go ahead and share my screen and we can look at the YouTube dashboard together. So let's just talk about the basics. When you open up YouTube Studio, it takes you to the dashboard. It shows you your latest video performance. I just posted a reel 53 minutes ago. So far, it's doing pretty well. And you can see a quick glance of your video performance compared to your other videos, which is cool. So as you can see, this one's doing 3 out of 10, so it's not too shabby. It'll show you your subscriber count, and anything in the green is a good thing. It means you're growing, it means things are moving in an upward direction. I've reached 1,000 hours of watch time 10 days ago, which is awesome. If only I could, you know, just bump that up to 4,000. Anyways, this screen is good for looking at a glance. You can see your latest comments here, your latest posts and how they're doing. Posts don't do well for me at all, but from what I've seen, they're like hit or miss for most people. Recent subscribers. And then of course there's this section with YouTube news where they give you some inside tips and coaching and tell you what features you should really be prioritizing. Next, we'll go over to the left-hand side where you can see all the different tabs. So you have your content page. One thing that's different about the view on desktop is that you can actually see your posts and other types of content. On the mobile, you can only see your videos, so your shorts and your long form and your lives. And I think maybe your playlists. I'll put it on the screen so you can see the difference, but it doesn't exactly give you the same access to the same analytics. So I just only have a couple posts, and I've got some content scheduled coming up later this weekend. And then you can see the videos. So from here, you can go into your individual video analytics, and there's all sorts of tabs here. Your reach, your engagement, your audience. Okay, I'm gonna click back out of this. You also have the main analytics tab. So instead of viewing individual videos, analytics one by one, you can look at your information in aggregate. I like to focus on the last 28 days, or if I'm doing a content review, then I might do something like review the last month so we can look at September numbers for this. And as you can see, we are growing. But still, there's so much information on this page. How do you know what to focus on so you're not so overwhelmed? Because there's so many different tabs here. Before we dive into the analytics and what's important, let me just finish out the left-hand menu over here. We also have comments, so you can see what folks are saying. Poor girl. Not all the comments are friendly. Subtitles, I actually don't know much about this tab, so if anyone knows anything, let us know in the comments. Copyright, this just lets you know if anything's going on, and I'm doing good there. Partner program, I have not qualified yet, but as you can see, we are getting close in that subscriber count. So if you are watching this and you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. That watch time, we've got a ways to go. Then there's customization of your channel, and then the YouTube audio library. I actually predominantly use YouTube audio library music in my videos. I don't want to get too deep into it today. I can explain why if you're curious, but I highly recommend it. But this screen has a lot going on, and it can be a little overwhelming to know what to do. I've learned that the best way to view these analytics is to focus on the numbers that are related to my goals and ignoring the rest. My big goal is to join the YouTube Partner Program, and to get there, I'm going to need to increase my watch time and increase my follower count. So the metrics I'm most focused on are watch time, click-through rate, and traffic sources. Let me explain. Watch time is the biggest signal to me and YouTube that the content is good and that it holds viewer attention, because all of that means more time on the platform. All things YouTube wants, which means more favor for me in the algorithm, and tells me what content my viewers want to see the most. So if you focus on making content that people want to watch, YouTube will show it to more people and they'll watch for longer. Everybody wins. So for watch time, we could leave things here with looking at this generic view, but I think we want to get a little more into the weeds here. So I'm going to click on the content tab. Here it's showing me my shorts, probably because it's performing the best. I've been posting a short a day for over a month now, which you can see has really been boosting my views and my subscriber count substantially. If you want to learn more about how I'm keeping up with this schedule, let me know. But first, let's look at it for everything. And as you can see, this view is a little bit different. Most of my views are coming from shorts, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I'd love to have more watch time on my long form content. But as you can see, I'm also producing more shorts, so there's some math here that says the more you put it out, the more views you get. So I could consider doing less shorts and putting out more long form content, though the reach on my shorts seems to be substantially better. Most of my subscribers are coming from shorts, which is why I think I need to lean more towards a strategy of creating shorts for creators like I do in my long form content, to make sure that I'm bringing in the right people to my audience. Many of my shorts are inspirational but a little silly, and mostly about me and lifestyle, which is part of my content, but I think I want more creators, more content cousins in the family, and shorts might be a good way to find them. Now on to click-through rate, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It just tells you how many people click on your video when they see it. For me, this is an indication of how good my marketing or my packaging of my YouTube content is, because if the title and thumbnail don't get people to click, you won't get the watch time and you won't reach your goals. So I'm focused on making sure that I'm making content that people want to see and that they're enticed by when they come across it. Thirdly, traffic sources. This indicates how people are finding my content on the platform. And I want YouTube specifically to show people my content. And really, I want more views from long form than from shorts. Though shorts have been boosting my watch time, and if you want a video on how exactly that's been working out, let me know. But these traffic sources let me know where YouTube is allowing folks to see my content, how often people are searching for my content, which is critical for that SEO content. If you want to learn more about SEO and creating evergreen content, I have a video about it. I'll link it here. And because I'm currently working through a strategy to create more SEO content, seeing the rate at which my content shows up in search is important. It's an indication of whether or not the actions I'm taking will lead me towards my goal. If any of my content cousins are out there, drop me a comment so I know who's watching. Most of my audience is watching shorts, with very few watching both, and I think I need to do a little bit more intentional linking from my shorts to my long form content, as YouTube just completely flipped how those links work. But now I can actually link a YouTube short to a long form video to drive traffic there, and I think I should take advantage of that. You should too if you're not sure how to do it. Maybe I'll make a video about it, or I'll link one. I'll keep you posted. Next, we have how viewers find us. So as you can see, most are finding me from my YouTube shorts. Then we have about 5% in search, which isn't bad. Browse feature, which is the home page, and we can dive into this a little bit more. It gets a little trickier here, but you can see like where all that traffic is coming from. And you can also see the click-through rate here. So as you can see, my click-through rate is highest in YouTube search, which is great. It's also pretty high in the browse feature, which I'm happy about. It means that people who are seeing the content, clicking on it, they're intrigued, which means the work I'm putting in on my thumbnails and titles is working. Now I just need to figure out how to keep y'all watching. I can't wait till I can get some of these other analytics filled in, because I'd love to know what you all are watching. So as you can see, there's a bunch of analytics in here. If this video has brought you any value so far, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe, because I post videos like this every week. Now, you'll notice I didn't say follower count as a metric I'm focused on. The truth is, I am highly obsessed with it, like many small creators are. So I think it'll always be in the back of my mind somewhere, and making it the focus feels unhealthy, honestly. It can honestly be daunting to focus on follower count, and I want to share with you a few recommendations, things I'm working on to get over it. We already touched on two big ones, setting goals and focusing on key metrics, but there are a few more things you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed by the numbers. Let me know if you've tried any of these. First, don't compare excessively. Avoid comparing your channel's growth to someone else's. Every channel has a unique journey, and comparing too much can lead to unnecessary stress. Next, designate specific times in your week to check your analytics. This avoids constant checking and allows for a more focused review. I cannot tell you how many times I've just been scrolling through the studio, not knowing what I'm looking for, but feeling bleh as I was doing it. Just not healthy. Next, think about your analytics as educational learning and not an evaluation. Approach your analytics to learn rather than a tool of judgment. Use the data to better understand your audience and to improve your content strategy. It is not an indictment of your whole being. Also, don't be afraid to take a break. Don't hesitate to step back when the analytics get too overwhelming. Recharge and come back with a fresh perspective. This next one is one I admittedly struggle with a bit. Celebrate your progress, big or small. It's important to acknowledge your efforts, your growth, your experiences. We only got one life to live. This is your journey. You know you've been killing it. You know you've been making progress. Like I said, this wasn't an exhaustive list. If you'd like more ideas, let me know, because I could totally make a video about it. I struggle a lot with comparison and focusing on vanity metrics, but after 5 years of creating content, I've learned to move through those feelings a little more quickly when they arise. So I have lots to say in this arena. Remember, it's not all about drowning in data. It's about understanding the story that it tells. Use it as a tool to guide your content strategy and not as a source of stress. Now that I'm warmed up and in teacher mode, I've got a little homework for you, content cousins. Take some time to explore your own analytics, but remember to keep it balanced. Numbers are important, but they're only one piece of the puzzle. Keep creating content you're passionate about, and success will follow. I hope. There's Pepper. Say hi, Pepper. No? Alright. If you got value from today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to join in on the conversation, leave a comment. And if you've reached this point in the video and you are not yet a subscribed content cousin, what are you doing? Quit playing games with me, fam. And if you're looking for more ways to upgrade your YouTube experience, I recommend watching this video next. And as always, keep creating, my friends. Bye-bye.